Good morning, all of you. Welcome to your science class. As you all know, we had started with the seventh lesson, Getting to Know Plants, right? And in this chapter, we had studied about herbs, we had studied about shrubs, and we had studied trees. We had studied that plants are divided as herbs, shrubs, and trees. We had studied what are these herbs, shrubs, and trees. I hope you all remember it and you all have gone through the notes as well as you read your textbook, right? We had also studied about climbers and creepers in our previous class. And today we are going to continue with next part of our class. So today we'll be studying in detail about the stem and the leaf. So you all know what is stem. So stem is the part of the plant that supports the plant. It may be thick or it may be tender. We had studied that it is thick in the shrubs. It is very woody in the trees and it is very weak in the herbs. So stem supports the plant. Okay. So stem is very important part of the plant. So we are going to do one small activity or we'll study this activity. We'll do it in the online class. You require a glass, water, red ink, a herb and a blade for this activity. Method: what you do is you pour water to fill 1/3 of glass. Take a glass, pour water in that. Then what do? You add a few drops of red ink in the water. You can see in the picture. Then you cut the base of stem of a herb and put it in the glass. Then you observe it the next day. What you have to do? You have to pour water in a glass. You have to add a few drops of red ink to the water. Then you have to cut the base of the stem of the herb and put it in the glass. You have to observe it the next day. So what we observe the next day? From this activity, you observe that red ink moves up the stem. You have seen in the previous picture that the stem was green. Now you can see the leaves, they are red in color. The leaves was also green. Now they are red in color. So why this happens? This happens because water moves up the stem. What does it mean? It means that the stem conducts water, right? What does the stem do? The stem conducts. Now, what does the stem do with the water? The water and minerals go to the leaves and other parts of the plant, parts that are attached to the stem. This occurs through narrow tubes inside the stem. You can see in the picture there are the narrow tubes inside the stem and the water and minerals, they move to the other parts of the plant through the stem with the help of this narrow tubes. What would happen if you split the stem into two halves, put one in red ink and the other one in blue ink? You can see the color of the flower, it changes, right? The white, you take a white rose, two white rose, one you put in red ink and one you put in blue ink. You will find that after some time the stem, the white flower which you had, white rose which you had put in red ink, it turns red in color, little bit red, whereas that one you put in blue ink, it turns blue in color. Why this happens? This happens because the stem conducts water. Similarly, in the plants also what happen? The stem carries water and so the stem conducts the water. So when you cut the stem into two halves, you notice a number of spots of red color arranged in the form of a ring inside the stem. You can see large number of red colored spot in the picture. So this red color that is arranged to form a ring, that is responsible for transfer of water and minerals inside the stem of any plant. Now let us study about the leaf. Look at some of the leaves around you and draw them in your science notebook. This is a small activity to you. You have to look at some of the leaves around you in your garden and you have to draw one or two of the leaves in your science notebook. Find out how the leaves are attached to the stem. Leaves are attached to the stem. You can see in the picture. So petiole. Petiole is the part of the leaf by which it is attached to the stem. You can see in the picture petiole, the part of the leaf by which it is attached to the stem. Next point, lamina. What is lamina? The broad green part of the leaf. It is called as the lamina. The broad green part of the leaf, we call it as the lamina. Look at the different leaves around you and identify the petiole and the lamina. You try this activity. You look at the different leaves around you and you identify the petiole and the lamina. So what is the petiole? The part of the leaf by which it is attached to the stem. It is the petiole, and lamina is the broad green part of the leaf. That is called as the lamina. Right? So now one more activity. Activity 3. In this activity 3, you have to put a leaf under a white sheet of paper. You have to hold the leaf tightly. Now hold the pencil tip and what you do? You rub it on the portion of the upper paper having the leaf below it. You get the leaf impression. You can see in the picture you get the leaf impression. So try to make out the leaf impression. So in this leaf impression you can see what are veins, midrib and leaf venation. So what are the veins? The lines on the leaves, they are called as the veins. What are the veins? The lines on the leaf, we call them as the veins. Whereas what is the midrib? Midrib, the thick line in the middle of the leaf, we call it as the midrib. What is the midrib? The thick line in the middle of the leaf, we call it as the midrib. What is leaf venation? The design made by veins in a leaf. We call it as the venation. Now there are different designs or arrangement of midrib and veins in the leaf. So such arrangement we call it as the leaf venation. So the leaf venation is mainly of two types, reticulate venation and parallel venation. So what is reticulate venation? If the design of the veins is like net, okay, then we call it as the reticulate venation. Whereas if the arrangement of leaves is such that the veins are running parallel to the midrib, then such kind of arrangement we call it as the parallel venation. So you have to observe many leaves and you have to identify if it is having a parallel venation or a reticulate venation. With this, we are ending today's class. When you are coming to the online class, you take two different kind of leaves around you. You take your with you. You take your science textbook, your science notebook, and your pencil, and your if you have a plain piece of paper, please do take it. With this, I am ending today's class. Thank you. Waiting for you in the online class.